YouTube, Daniel here for another video. We are outside. I want to shoot this one quickly before the sun does set. And something that I was thinking about, well, actually something that came to me. Everything's attracted to you. Nothing, is chased. And a situation with family, essentially, I have a side of my family, my mom's side of the family, that's very religious. I spoke to one aunt specifically about my journey, with removing the vices, getting away from the things that were hurting me, the devils that I found, and then obviously getting closer to God, the results, realizing everything is spiritual and all the battles we face come from where we don't see. And, we spoke a bit, had a conversation back when I was in Italy a few weeks ago. And one thing that happened essentially was, well, that she participates in, um, which I'll get into, but she invited me to something, based off a pastor, his him speaking and him having an event, and I basically mentioned that I don't participate in that stuff. I don't participate in churches, community groups, pastors, and like I don't know, of these music events, because what I've learned from my coaches, my mentor, especially Mike, my coach mentor now, and this is the best way that I've been able to feel connected and really see that God's in my life, is that it's not a feeling you're chasing. This lifestyle is not a feeling. You're not trying to, you know, like everything that you think or you've been programmed to do is think it's a feeling. Something's going to change, or something is going to give you this like grandiose feeling of getting something, or you think Jesus is, God, Jesus, connecting with them might be a feeling, but this life doesn't give you a feeling. But that's the complete opposite of what we're looking to do here, and what I'm looking to do. The goal, ultimate goal, is peace, alignment, and being connected. It's not a feeling, like I was saying, of you screaming and crying and like, I don't know, tears, and like happy and jumping, and the things you see, programs on TV, people like fainting and like, oh, like, I feel him inside me. Um, it's essentially, when you're living the lifestyle, when you're removing the things, the vices, the things that are the devil, people don't see though. You know, the drinking, smoking, being overweight as well is the devil. Um, so there's so many different things, especially the vices, the lust that you participate in, anyone participates in. If you get caught in lust, unfortunately, with the devil, and it's realizing that this whole journey is not something that you want to create a feeling about, because that's simply the ego coming back in a different way. You know, one thing that I've been coming into contact with and seeing, thanks to, once again, Mike, we're gonna watch this, is that the ego can play a part and give you a feeling that you're connected, or that you're aligned, or that you're with God. And when you have that feeling, you'll know it's fake, because feelings are an illusion, something that's fake, that is being taunted in front of you, or something that the devil uses to play with you to make you chase. It's literally like a donkey chasing a carrot. That's because we all want to chase. You know, we've all been programmed to chase that feeling. You see anything around, movies, especially commercials, TV shows, music, all these things that we've been growing up watching. Everything is climaxing to this like ultimate, is building a climax, this ultimate feeling, the ending of the couple falling in love, or someone overcoming something, or the sports story, the ultimate sports story, where the guy triumphs and everyone cheers, and it's like, oh my god, he's amazing, the underdog did it, and everyone's like crying and emotional, and like, this feeling that everyone is chasing, especially in their own life, that I was chasing for the longest time. Feelings with women, or experiences, trips, escaping with drugs, um, even alcohol at times, music events, and this is all programming and things that are disconnecting you more. Because, like I mentioned yesterday in my video, go watch that. the feeling that you're being sold is completely, distracting you. The state you want to be in, because it's not a feeling, the state you want is peace. The way I'm coming at you, peace. I'm not like anxious to get a message out, or like rushing, or nervous or afraid. It's simply in peace, and knowing that I'm doing the right things, living the right lifestyle that many people won't live. The point of 1% lifestyle, because it commands obeying and understanding that you're fighting a spiritual battle 24/7. This is 24/7. I can, after this video, who knows, get into ego, start getting into ego and thinking something, and just trying to chase feelings in the future, feelings of the past, um, things that are my devil that will make me get into ego, and start to chase feelings with that. And that is why this is the hardest thing, but the thing that is most worthwhile, because once you attain peace and realize what that actually is, and not something false, and um, you thinking meditating is peace, and like, oh, you're just there. It's when you actually have peace and you're able to function, and still function with more power, more intention, um, more discipline. That is when things change, because your whole life you thought it was simply, I need a feeling to chase so I can function my best, and you need motivation and discipline and like anger. That's what I thought. I needed anger to like start doing things, but it's simply an alignment. When you're aligned, you're in peace. You're doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, that you're brought here to do, your purpose. And when you're in vices with lust and women, you're not living your purpose, because you're chasing. You're simply mosquitoes. You're simply doing things for a feeling, or something. You think is going to give you a feeling, something external. Woman, vices, whatever it is, something neutral, like I mentioned, could be that. And you have to realize that anyone that's trying to tell you it's a feeling, even with God and religion, that's someone that unfortunately is not truly with God, because God, you know, God, Jesus was not proclaiming feelings; he was proclaiming peace. Someone that loves you wants to give you peace and tranquility, and not this feeling of euphoria, this up and down of like, oh, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm depressed, and now I'm happy again, and now I'm excited, and like like you're all over the place. When you're like level, at a place where you're still functioning, and able to show people faith, show people you can still be passionate. Um, that's not a feeling. That's something that comes from within. But there's things that you can still be, that doesn't mean you're just numb and a robot and a zombie, but you're able to still show emotion, but from a controlled place. You're controlled, you're aligned, and you're purposeful, and it's not a feeling that you have to chase. So something quickly I want to throw out there, because nowadays everything is feelings and chasing, and so I'm swatting mosquitoes, but chasing and doing things like that, society tells you is the way to connect. The way to connect when you're connected is simply peace, and that is the way that I show for my lifestyle on my Instagram. You'll see, and how I want people to live, because I've been in lust, and that is something that does not bring you peace. That is why I got out. That is why I want to show people how to get out, remove the lust for women, the biggest one that men have. This thirst for women, and thinking, oh, this girl, or this is going to happen with this girl, and me having a girlfriend is what I need. And then you think it's a girlfriend, you get the girlfriend, you think it's something else, and you think it's a trip with a girl, you think it's some kind of sexual experience with a girl, and you're just lost chasing, chasing, chasing. Years go by, some people decades, and then they're simply just using women, and it simply becomes just, sadly, an object that you're using. And there's because your soul is no longer there. You're turning off parts of yourself to connect with these people. So I want to get people away from that. It's normalized in society, unfortunately, but something that I'm gonna show that is not the way, and we'll give faith through that. So I want to throw out quickly, um, just my piece on terms of peace, no pun intended, and how it actually is what your God is trying to give you, and not something externally you have to like jump and cry about. And that is when you're in the right spot, and when you're there, you never want to go back. So hope you got the gist of the message. Um, Lighting will be better for the next video. I'm going to do it during the day. I had a busy day at work, and there is times as well when you have to go and connect with people, and sometimes you get a bit disconnected. But that's completely fine. That's part of the path, and It's about removing the things that disconnect you when you have control to do that and going from there. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you stayed to the end, much love. Like I said, it is peace that you're aiming for, not feelings or emotions. And then from there, things start to get really, really good. So God bless. If you want to follow my Instagram, it'll be below. And until next time, as always, keep killing it.